Are you a woman in senior leadership who is waiting for more wins to feel confident enough to go for what you really want? If you're a high achieving female leader who keeps on raising the bar, yet you still feel like you just need one more successful project or one more win to finally feel ready, this episode is for you. Tune in to today's episode of the 360 Leadership Podcast and come with me as I explain the fifth and final mistake that I see so many high achieving women leaders make. If you haven't already listened to the other episodes, you can literally listen to this one and just go back. They're right before it, mistakes 1 to 4. I look forward to connecting with you super soon. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. Send me a DM and let me know what you thought of this little mini series. Hello there, lovely lady, and welcome back to our final episode in our mini series on the top mistakes I see women in leadership make. And these are subtle but very powerful mistakes that are most likely holding you back. So if you want better work-life balance, if you want to have more time, if you want to feel more confident in yourself at work when you're presenting or when you're challenging or when you're having those conversations in those boardrooms, or if you want the confidence to actually go for things. And a lot of the time I see the word confidence is wrong because it's actually more about self-certainty than confidence, because you can come across as confident on the outside and have really low self-worth on the inside. And what I really invite you to do is to start to see yourself how others do. So let's talk about this mistake. This confidence thing. So many women that I work with think, once I prove myself a bit more, then I'll feel confident, then I'll feel good enough. But that confidence never seems to land because it was always built on external validation, not inner belief and certainty. I want to tell you a story about one of my clients. Let's call her Mary because this is anonymous. And she is a brilliant senior leader in a multinational. And she joined 360 Leaders Club to work on her executive presence, her confidence, her influencing skills. And one thing I love about this lady is she's getting so stuck in. She's coming to the calls. She's submitting questions in advance so that I can be prepared and give her the best answers. So side note, if you are a 360 Leaders Club member and you're not submitting your questions before the coaching calls, you're probably missing out on your growth, because if you take time to actually think in advance, like everything, and come to the calls, you'll get so much more from it. But that's just a side note. So this particular lady said that to me. Like, the truth is that she actually already had so many wins. Like, I could see everything when she was sharing with me how amazing she was. And I told her that. But what she was missing was the internal permission to own her value. And thankfully, together, we were able to shift her focus from chasing that external validation to building her own trust and her own voice. And the change in how she showed up in meetings was like that. It was immediate. So if this sounds like you might be wondering, well, if I'm doing this, how might this be showing up for me? So let me tell you, you might be constantly chasing the next achievement. You might be downplaying past successes as not a big deal, just part of the job. You might be feeling like you're not ready to take the next step. And you might be comparing yourself to peers and constantly doubting your value. Or there might be peers that make you feel small and you're allowing them to take away your personal power. Now, why does this matter if you're a high achieving woman in senior corporate leadership? Why does that even matter? Because if you're always waiting for confidence to arrive after success, you'll never stop chasing it. Confidence comes from taking action. I've told you this a million times. It doesn't come beforehand. So you've got to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You've got to take imperfect action, and you've got to follow your gut, your soul that is willing you forward. Because the most impactful women leaders that I have the pleasure of coaching have learned to lead with confidence first, not wait for it to arrive. Because here's the reframe. Confidence isn't something you earn, it's something you choose to practice. And in 360, I teach so many frameworks around this. It's literally one of my favorite things to teach on and to support women with is this whole area of confidence and inner self-worth and inner self-belief. Because when that changes, my goodness, the world opens up for you. So we teach you frameworks on to help you understand the psychology of confidence. It's all backed in science. We help you to navigate imposter syndrome and show up with authority even when you're doubting yourself inside. Or better still, am I saying you're going to be confident all of the time? No, you're not. But when you have those wobbles, you come to a coaching call, you dip into the community, you grab a tool, you grab a resource, and you're able to get yourself back on track, or I'll be there, one of my associate coaches, to support you to get you back on track, because we don't want work taking over our brains. We don't want work encroaching into our family time. You want to try to be able to leave work and work, right? You want to be present with your family. And right now, your lack of confidence in yourself and inner self-belief might be the very thing that is stopping that presence. You might be telling yourself it's the workload, but really, if you believed you were good enough and you believed you were worthy enough, you would not be doing it. Simple as that. Back to this. When it comes to confidence, you don't need another certificate, another role, or another win. What you do need is a shift that shifts your internal world. So if you're done waiting to feel confident at work and you want and you are ready to lead with more clarity and more calm, our waitlist for 360 Leaders Club is still open. So all you've got to do is go to the link in the show notes or visit 360leadersclub.com/waitlist. And as a special extra little bonus, if you want to dive deeper into the conversation on confidence, come back next Sunday evening, because I am going to be, first of all, releasing our weekly newsletter where we are going to be digging deeper into this, and we might even throw in a free resource. You never know, I might be feeling in the mood. So if you're not on my weekly newsletter, please go to lucygurnan.com/newsletter. You get notified of all of our new podcast episodes. And every Sunday night, I send out a value-packed Sunday night newsletter. That's really, really valuable, guys. It's so valuable. You're going to feel very motivated and very inspired. And some people were saying to me, they were like, Lucy, I'm on your email list. I don't see your emails. For some reason, Google doesn't like me at the moment, and we are going into promotions folders. So how you can get around that is by adding hello@lucygurnan.com to your contacts, and it will come into your primary inbox. Or if you see us going into, my emails going into spam, or not spam, junk, or a hidden folder, all you've got to do is tell your software to send it to your inbox so that you don't miss them. And I'm going to get better with emails because, full disclosure, side note, like, I'm figuring out this whole marketing thing, and I know that one of your biggest pain points is that you get too many emails. And there was a period of time there where I was advised to send emails when we were in promotions and things, and it didn't feel right for me. So you have my word that I am going to cut back if we're ever doing promotional offers on emails. And we've added in a thing now where you can unsubscribe from particular email sequences if you're not interested, because I definitely don't want to overwhelm you. That's like never my intention. It's the last thing I would ever want to do. So please trust that if you join my email list, you will get what you need. So head to lucygurnan.com/newsletter for all the free stuff and to be notified of new offers and stuff. And then obviously, if you want to go even deeper and if you're ready to invest in yourself, I invite you to join the 360 Leaders Club waitlist, because there is a whole world of 360 magic that is waiting for you. If you're a woman in senior corporate leadership who wants to lead with more confidence, communicate with more presence, and live with more balance, it's exactly what you need. So that wraps up our 5-part mini-series. These mistakes are so common with high achievers, and you are definitely not alone. And it's so fixable. You don't have to do it alone, though. Remember, you do not have to do it alone. You just need the right support, the right strategies, the right space, and the right community to reconnect with your power and surge forward. Thank you for being here. You've got this, and I've got you as always. See you again next week, same time, same place. Bye for now.